Hey guys, Angry Monkey here, and well, yeah, I got a Switch too. All right, so yeah, we're gonna open that in this video. But before we do an unboxing video of the Switch 2, I want to go through a little bit of history of the last couple months leading up to the release of the Switch 2, because there's just a lot of chaos to it. So if you remember back in the beginning of April, because it was April 2nd, not April 1st. April 2nd, they had the big Switch 2 uh, Nintendo Direct that me and Kaji talked about on there, which if you haven't seen that yet, well, sure, go ahead and check that out. Me and Kaji Nama talking about all the games, what we think of them, and our predictions on what the Switch 2 is going to be like. And they announced that it was coming out on April 9th, which I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's my mom's birthday. However, a few days later, they announced that no, that is not going to be the case. They have taken down all that stuff and saying, yeah, thanks to all the tariffs that were happening at that time, it's being pushed back to who knows when, and they'll post a new date. But the June 5th release was still going to be a thing. They finally announced that it was going to be on April 24th. So like two and a half weeks later, or something like that, they were going to drop the pre-orders. Best Buy announced that on midnight of the 24th, they will do a pre-order thing. Their pre-order window opens up, and you can go on Best Buy's website and pre-order the Switch 2 from Best Buy. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I've got a Best Buy account and all that. However, I go on their website, and it says coming soon. I thought, okay, well, it is midnight. Maybe it's going to be a few minutes. No. After about 10 minutes, I tried. I thought, I got to go to bed. I got work in the morning. So no, I was not able to pre-order it from Best Buy. Although I learned the next day that coming soon never changed, because the following morning it still said coming soon. It didn't say sold out. It said coming soon. However, GameStop was going to open their pre-order windows at 11. So I thought, okay, well, it's 9 a.m. Let's get everything signed up, and I'm ready to go. And then at 10:58, I thought, okay, it opens up in 2 minutes. Let's refresh the website, make sure I'm still signed in. And the server crashes at 10:58 a.m. because everybody else is doing the exact same thing that I was, getting on there a couple minutes before 11 to make sure they're able to get in the queue line in time. And that stupid GameStop server crashed so many times. And I got a little bit further each time. So it's like, okay, I managed to get to the Switch 2 thing. I click the button, it crashes. Go a little bit further, click the button. Cool, it's in my cart now, and then it crashes. And then, okay, cool, I'm able to click the pay button. So I'm on PayPal right now, and it crashes as I'm paying. And I thought, okay, did this go through? I don't think it did. So I thought, okay, well, I'm going to try again. They're still there. So then I try it again, and again, it fails. And by this time, the Mario Kart bundles are sold out, but the non-bundles are still available. I thought, okay, I still have a chance to get the non-bundle, and I'll just pick up a copy of Mario Kart. I mean, I'm going to pick it up physically anyway, even if I got the digital download, because I like having physical games. But a third time, the server crashes, and then I see that it is sold out completely, both versions. But it's still in my cart, and GameStop's like, hey, there's an issue here. And I'm like, well, yeah, I want to pre-order this. Meanwhile, I've been on the phone with GameStop, calling them, keep getting an automated thing. Oh, there's nobody available to answer your call. Try again later. So then I try again, another 5 minutes, 10 minutes, same thing. So GameStop apparently was going to be a bust. Not only could I not get through to them, but their website kept crashing. And now I'm permabanned from GameStop's website. And I know I'm not the only one, because Viro is too, for some strange reason. Anybody who tried to order a Switch 2 from GameStop is now just permabanned from them. Weird, I don't know. But anyway, I heard that Walmart still had some, and I hear that Target still had some. All right, well, let's see what Walmart has. So I built an account for Walmart specifically for Switch 2, and they were sold out. And then I checked Target's website. I didn't build an account with them. I didn't need to. I saw that Switch 2s were sold out. And I thought, all right, I don't know what to do here. I can't get a hold of somebody over the phone at GameStop, because that's kind of my last resort, is to just call GameStop and try to get through, because the Best Buy is still coming soon. Target is sold out. Walmart is sold out. GameStop is sold out, and servers crashed, and I'm permabanned. So yeah, it's just a mess. It wasn't until like 1:40 p.m. So it is almost 3 hours since the window opened, and I'm like, hey, I doubt you guys have any more Switch 2s available. And they're like, actually, we have a few. We have 7 non-bundles and 5 Mario Kart bundles. I'm like, okay, am I allowed to pre-order over the phone? No, you got to do that in person. Okay, I figured. And I'm like, okay, what do I do here? I'm still at work right now. Yeah, just imagine trying to juggle being at work and trying to land a Switch 2 to get one on launch date. So I'm talking to my dad about it. And I'm like, hey, I might need to leave work and just go MIA for an hour. And he's like, no, don't do that. What do you need me to do? And I'm like, well, here's my card. Here's my GameStop membership card. And I guess go down there and see if they can have you pre-order it. So he gets down there. He calls me. And I'm talking to the GameStop guy. And then the GameStop guy's like, oh, it's you, Angry. I didn't recognize you over the phone. I'm like, yeah, it's me. I guess I sound different over the phone. Yeah, you do. So yeah, the guy that answers the phone is the GameStop employee that I deal with so often that he knows my name as soon as I walk in. He knows my voice as soon as I walk in the door. I go to GameStop a lot. Anyway, he's helped my dad go through the whole process. And sure enough, we were able to lock in a Mario Kart bundle Switch 2 for June 5th. I'm like, all right, cool. So as my dad's leaving, he tells me later that there was another guy that came in right after him, and the guy's like, hey, can I get a Mario Kart bundle? And the employee says, all right, well, you got the last one. So my dad got the second to last one. And I'm like, wow, that's pretty crazy. And they definitely would have been sold out by the time I got off in another like 2.5, 3 hours. Yeah, they definitely would have been sold out by then. But the fun of the Switch 2 pre-orders is not over yet, because according to, I watched a video by RGT85, and he was talking about how Walmart started canceling some of their pre-orders. I got a little clip of him talking about that.
But if you've already pre-ordered a Nintendo Switch 2, you're probably sitting back and relaxing, being very comfortable, especially if you pre-ordered one from Walmart. Walmart was, of course, the retailer that guaranteed delivery before 9 a.m. on the launch day of the Nintendo Switch 2. I, of course, tried to get a Switch 2 from Walmart. I completely struck out, but I mean, I tried. I gave it an honest effort, but it seems like maybe it was a blessing in disguise that I did not get a pre-order from Walmart, because yesterday a lot of people woke up to a message from Walmart basically saying that their pre-order had been canceled. Now, this is kind of an ongoing situation, so there hasn't really been any sort of conclusion to it, but basically what was happening was people were getting emails from Walmart saying that their payment method had failed, even though it was the payment method that, when you put in your payment method onto Walmart's website, like it's the same for everything. So unless something has changed within the past, month or two, that should be fine. But people were getting emails from Walmart saying that the payment method had failed and that their Nintendo Switch 2 pre-order had been canceled.
So yeah, even on the day before the Switch 2 launches, it is still mass chaos out there. Pre-orders getting canceled, people waiting in line for hours for potentially getting one. It's a mess. And you know that as soon as Switch 2 comes out, they're going to be sold out day one, and nobody's going to be able to find one for months. Except for scalpers. Somehow they get a hold of them. This is one of the biggest messes in video game pre-orders that I've ever seen. I hear the Switch was bad, although I don't know how bad it was. I got the Switch on launch back in 2017. I do remember the original Wii being impossible to find for the first 2.5 years. Got a lot of PTSD about that. So, now here we are on June 5th, and I got a Switch 2 in front of me. So let's switch over, no pun intended there, to the video section where I unopen the Switch 2 for you guys and see what all the goodies are in there and all that. All right, let's open this guy up. So yeah, I went to GameStop after work, and the guy said that I got the last one. I mean, I was hoping that it would be there because I pre-ordered it, but the fact that he said that this is the last one was like, oh, I got off kind of lucky. But I guess I kept you guys waiting long enough because I had that 10-minute build-up talking about my history of how I got this. So let's go ahead and open them up. Now, I did pay for the 1-year thing if something happens to it, because the guy's like, yeah, based on what I've been hearing from Nintendo is strongly saying, like, you should probably do this, because if you do something stupid, like anything stupid, you'll break the console. And, so yeah, I'm just imagining that as soon as I plug this in, it's going to brick on me, because that's just kind of how Nintendo's advertised their console, which is kind of concerning. How they have no confidence in their console. Now, how do I... Oh, there's the tape. Okay. There we go. So, first up, we see this, basically describing how it's all set up, how the Joy-Cons work. Yeah, you could plug it directly into the outlet there, the power cord, I should say, how that plugs into the wall. And we open that up, and here is our first look at the Switch 2. I know they've advertised on how big the Switch 2 is and comparing it to the original. But yeah, this guy is pretty beefy. Let's compare that to the Switch 1, just so that way we have a size comparison. So here's the Switch 2 compared to the Switch 1. So, yeah, I gotta say that it is definitely bigger. I mean, it's not as big as I thought it would be when you have the two side by side. But when you see that, you're like, oh, yeah, that's pretty big. Now, as far as the plans for the Switch 1, I do plan on keeping it. Right now, I'm imagining that I'll have the Switch 1 for Switch 1 games, and then the Switch 2 for the Switch 2 games. So there it is out of the plastic wrap. It does say Switch 2 on the back. Now, how does... Okay, ooh. So yeah, you really can adjust this to be any size, or any, yeah, that's nice. Because on the Switch 1, it just, you pop the thing out. You just, you got that. That's kind of your only option. Whereas here, yeah, you can do like basically almost flat. And now how do you... Okay. So that's where the game goes. Alright. Now let's get these Joy-Cons out of here. Oh. Okay, yeah, it really is just magnetic. It pops in there. Like that. And then to release... Okay, I bumped the camera there. Yeah. Okay. That's still pretty easy to pop in and out. I know that people were concerned about the magnets and stuff, but it feels pretty sturdy. And the Joy-Cons definitely feel like they have more like meat to them. And okay, so I guess that would be like the little ball, like for like using it as a mouse. Okay. What else we got? Alright, so we got our Mario Kart code. I will do that later. I'm not sharing my code because that's the reason why I bought the bundle, so that way I can play Mario Kart. Now, you guys know I'm a big physical collector. I will get a physical version of Mario Kart, but since it was cheaper and I was able to, I figured, sure, why not? I'll get the digital bundle for now and then get it physically later. I know that Nintendo doesn't really go on sale, but I'm sure I can find in a year or so, I could probably find Mario Kart for $40 and I'd probably get it then. Yeah, we got the safety and instructions and all that. Got our HDMI cable. Okay, we got our Joy-Con straps. And that's it on that side. Okay, that pops out. Okay. And then we got the power cord and the brick. Okay, we got the Joy-Con controller, adapter thing, whatever you want to call it. And one of the most important things, along with the Switch 2, is, of course, the docking station itself. Yeah, this is definitely bigger and heavier than the Switch 1. Now, I know that this has to pop open. Okay, it just pops off. Okay. That's actually kind of a downgrade from the Switch 1, where it just kind of pops open, but doesn't necessarily pop off. But it seems easy enough to do that. But you can see in there, maybe? There we go. Yeah, there's the power, there's the HDMI, there's an Ethernet port there if you need to actually connect wired to the internet. Okay. I probably won't be doing internet stuff on this because I don't really feel like paying, and I don't know, Nintendo's being weird and dumb. So I am excited that I got the Switch 2, but honestly at the same time, if I would have known the direction that Nintendo was going to go just days after the Switch 2 was announced, I probably wouldn't have pre-ordered it. I don't know, just all the weird, like, you rent the Switch 2, you don't own this Switch 2, and Nintendo's like, yeah, we're going to break your console now. I'm like, that's not okay. Like, I paid for this. This was a $500 console here. And, you expect me to basically just rent this from you? So, yeah, I don't like the direction that Nintendo's going, but I pre-ordered it, so I bought it. There's a lot of games I'm excited for. I mean, Mario Kart, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Kirby Air Ride 2, Pokemon Legends ZA, Metroid Prime 4. There's a lot of great Nintendo games I'm excited for, and that's the reason why I bought the Switch 2, was to play the first-party Nintendo console games. So I guess the last thing I gotta do is figure out where to put it and see if it works. Hopefully I don't get a bricked console on day one. That would be interesting. Yeah, so I guess that closes out this video. So if you haven't yet, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified for when another video comes out. I got some other stuff with the Switch 2 that'll be in my Retro Game Treasure / pickup video because you guys voted. You guys liked, most of you, more than not, liked having all of that together one video. So I guess I'll keep doing it in that format. But I got a few more games. I got a bunch of amiibos today as well. So I will share all that in that video, so subscribe for that. I also have some battle tanks coming. I have a video game request list of games that you guys want to see played on the channel. And Battle Tanks was a game that you guys wanted to see. And it's also a game that I can beat by myself. So, coming soon, maybe tomorrow, will be episode 1 of Battle Tanks, I hope. I've had it edited like all week, and I just keep forgetting to upload the first episode. So hopefully tomorrow will be the first episode of Battle Tanks, and play through that. It's a great game if you haven't. And, yeah. I also have a Facebook page. You can follow me on Facebook. I also have an Instagram where I'll hopefully post Switch 2 stuff. I was going to post the Magnavox Odyssey back in January, and I forgot. But since this is, like, relevant, maybe I'll post this on Instagram today or tomorrow. And most importantly, I have a Discord server where we talk about video games, anime, Pokemon, post memes, talk about nostalgia. We got a lot of great stuff like that. So if you want to join, just say, hey, I want to join. I'll send you an invite to join our community of nerds where we have fun, hang out, nerd out, as I always say. And I think that's all I have for this video. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Okay, well, it is hooked up to the TV. Unfortunately, thanks to this update, I will not be able to play Mario Kart tonight. But for those who are wondering where I put it, I put it up here next to the Wii U. What was there was the Ouya, which wasn't even plugged in because it's the Ouya, who cares? But since it's small, because it's the Ouya, I was able to keep it on the shelf, so I moved that up here next to the PS3. But anyway, I turned on the Switch 2. It works. It's all plugged up and ready to go. Now, as far as recording on this thing, I'm kind of afraid to use my capture card because I don't want it to brick, because everything seems to lead this thing to bricking. According to MPop1976, who's on my Discord, he couldn't even hook this up to a Switch box. Which I don't know if that's just his or if it's Switch boxes in general. But that doesn't matter because this is a 4-foot cable and it barely reaches from there to the TV. So, I guess I'll just deal with plugging that in and out, which is kind of annoying because I've got a bunch of other HDMI cables that use that port. But anyway, I just wanted to give you a little update. Yep, it works. It is all plugged up and ready to go. I say plugged up, plugged in and ready to go. So that officially closes the video. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Subscribe, please.